This is an iHeart podcast.
Why is a soap opera western like Yellowstone so wildly successful? The American West with Dan Flores is the latest show from the Meat Eater Podcast Network. So join me starting Tuesday, May 6th, where we'll delve into stories of the West and come to understand how it helps inform the ways in which we experience the region today.
Listen to The American West with Dan Flores on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I know a lot of cops, and they get asked all the time, have you ever had to shoot your gun? Sometimes the answer is yes. But there's a company dedicated to a future where the answer will always be no. This is Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated.
I get right back there, and it's bad.
Listen to Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sometimes as dads, I think we're too hard on ourselves. We get down on ourselves on not being able to, we're the providers, but we also have to learn to take care of ourselves. Arapaho way, you got to pray for yourself as well as for everybody else, but never forget yourself. Self-love made me a better dad because I realized my worth.
Never stop being a dad. That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Elvis Duran, the Elvis Duran phone tap.
All right, here comes the phone tap. Our favorite phone taps sometimes are the ones where we don't really do anything.
Oh, yeah.
We let you make the call.
Yep.
Like fun. Today's. The email came in, Dear Elvis Duran, my husband bought me a $40,000 engagement ring when we first got engaged 7 years ago. Well, a couple of years ago, we were moving out of our old house, and I lost the ring.
Oh.
He was so mad and frustrated with me, but he bought me another. So why don't we call him today and tell him that I lost my new ring?
Oh, no.
Oh, man. This comes to us from Sonia. Obviously, Sonia loves to be very irritating. Sonia's going to start the call. She does all the work herself until we bust in at the end. Here's today's You Make the Call phone tap.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Listen, I went to ShopRite this morning.
Yeah?
And when I came home,
Yeah?
I realized that the diamond was missing from the ring.
You had the ring on your finger and the diamond is missing?
Yeah, I have the ring, just the center stone is missing.
How could the center stone be missing?
But listen, I called ShopRite to see if anybody found something.
Oh, yeah, like if someone from ShopRite finds a diamond that size, they're going to return it? If I found a diamond, you think I'd give it back? Oh, my God.
Well, maybe
you got to be kidding me.
Listen, my mom's going to come over and watch the kids. I'm going to go back to the store.
Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. This is the second time it happened that you lost this ring.
Yeah, but the first time wasn't my fault.
I know the first time wasn't your fault, so, but you know what? You would think that the second time around you were lucky enough to get it replaced, and you'd be more careful with it.
I didn't lose it on purpose, Rich.
So I know you didn't lose it on purpose.
Well, when am I going to wear it?
God
then?
Almighty.
I'm never going to wear it.
Oh, I'm having a chest pain. And the doctor last week told me to avoid stress. It finds me. Oh, avoid stress. That's a classic.
The doctor told you not to get stressed, not to...
Yeah, the doctor tells me not to get stressed. Did his wife lose an engagement ring twice?
Didn't you tell me the last time, don't get upset, it's only a ring?
Yeah, that was the first time. But how can it happen 2 times? How can it happen? Most people go their entire lives with one diamond ring. You've had 2 in the friggin' past 7 years. Oh, my God. I mean, there's a limit to my understanding, so. I'm sitting here shaking. I'm so angry.
I'm sure we'll find it.
You sure we'll find it? Like you were sure we were going to find the first one.
What?
Where's that one?
Well...
Where's the first one?
You sitting down?
Yeah.
All right, you know what I did? I had
what?
A credit card bill of like $15,000. So I sold the first ring. I sold it to Derek.
What?
Because I didn't want you to find
What
out.
about a credit card? What's $15,000?
On the American Express, it was $15,000.
It was a $15,000 credit card bill?
Yeah.
That I didn't know about? What the hell did you buy for $15,000?
You know, things for the house.
Things for the house? My father's house cost $15,000. What are you buying $15,000 for things for the house?
We couldn't get
What
them
else
out.
don't I know about? You know what? Start making a list of that I don't know about. Maybe it's time you told me.
We can probably buy it back from Derek.
What?
We'll probably buy. I mean, we don't have any debt now.
So I gotta buy back a ring from Derek?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't believe this. I must be in the Twilight Zone.
But at least they sold it back to the jeweler.
Who cares who you sold it back to?
Well, I'm sure maybe he
I
still
don't care
has
if you
it.
sold it back to some junkie on the street. You think that makes a difference? Who you sold it back to? You lied. You lied, and it's not one lie. It's like a lie on a lie on a lie. And now you want me to leave this job to go help you look for this ring. The balls is unreal.
The balls is unreal? Are you serious?
What? Who's this?
It's Elvis Duran, man. You've been phone tapped.
This is not funny.
I didn't sell the first ring, and I really lost it, and I didn't lose the second one.
Oh.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm still going to the emergency room.
The Elvis Duran phone tap.
This phone tap was pre-recorded with permission granted by all participants.
The Elvis Duran phone tap only on Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
Why is a soap opera western like Yellowstone so wildly successful? The American West with Dan Flores is the latest show from the Meat Eater Podcast Network. So join me starting Tuesday, May 6th, where we'll delve into stories of the West and come to understand how it helps inform the ways in which we experience the region today.
Listen to The American West with Dan Flores on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I know a lot of cops, and they get asked all the time, have you ever had to shoot your gun? Sometimes the answer is yes. But there's a company dedicated to a future where the answer will always be no. This is Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated.
I get right back there and it's bad.
Listen to Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What happens when we come face to face with death?
My truck was blown up by a 20-pound anti-tank mine.
My parachute did not deploy.
I was kidnapped by a drug cartel.
When we step beyond the edge of what we know.
I clinically died. The heart stopped beating.
Which I was dead for 11.5 minutes.
And return.
It's a miracle I was brought back.
Alive Again, a podcast about the strength of the human spirit. Listen to Alive Again on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
This is an iHeart podcast.